What's up, y'all? Pardon the rough look. It's early in the morning. I had a long night last night, but about to start my first house project. So what I'm doing is just trying to transform our basement into just somewhere nice. It was already finished when we moved in, so I'm just doing a little work. Last night, I did the little black stripe around the wall, as you can see. It's all the way around. Pardon the mess, but trying to do a red, black, and white theme down here. So yesterday, I put my Xbox up on the wall. I got a new mount that come away from the wall so it's easy to access. Put the cords in the wall yesterday, and I taped off where I'm trying to do a build out. So you can see the lines behind me. I'm going to do a build out TV niche for this wall, and I'm trying to make it a little accent wall. This is my first time doing this, the first time project, but it didn't seem too hard. I searched it on YouTube. So we're gonna see how this go. I went to Home Depot yesterday, got some 1x4s and 2x4s. I got all my wood cutting tools. Got my little helper right here. So we about to do it and see how this turn out. I'm gonna take y'all along the ride. You know, it's my first time. See how it go. Might be a little bit easier for me to take the TV down because I'm gonna try to put my 1x4 boards across so I can use it as an anchor for my TV niche. Maybe I'm gonna do the top one and the bottom one first, and then let's see how it go. I already pre-drilled my screws in, so I'm gonna use my leveler, make sure my line's straight, and see how it go. All right, y'all, checking back in. Sorry for David Ava, cause she got busy. Say hi. She was helping me out. So I got my crossboards on, 1x4s, all attached to the studs. You can see the screws right there, screwed into the stud. So that's my brace. I can get behind here. Make sure everything level. I had all my boards are 6 feet. I had one of them cut to 2 feet, just so I can go behind the TV. But 4 1x4s all attached to the wall. So now I'm about to start, all these tools on the floor. So now I'm about to start building out the skeleton for the frame. So I'm gonna put my edges up, measure and cut and everything, and I'll check back in with y'all later. Looking good so far. All right, y'all, so I made my marks, 75.25. And now I don't have a big workspace or a big workbench, but this thing right here came in handy. It's a hard work table. Got the saw lines on there. Got the clamps came with it, so it should be a breeze to cut. I got my other helper down here with me. So, about to make this work. I love this thing right here. It's wonderful. So, as you can see, I got my line marked with the gap. I got my Black & Decker table saw. My angler that I use for my marks. So I'm gonna do all 4 of these and I'll get back to you. As you can see, cut my 4 boards for my brackets. I decided that I don't want it to come out of the wall like too far. I'm gonna cut about 4 inches of a 2x4, and I'm gonna slide them in between both of the 2x4s that I made to create my bracket, because I don't want my niche to come out too far. So I'm about to measure out 4 inches of a 2x4, cut about 6 of those, because I want 1 at the top, 1 in the middle, and 1 at the bottom to brace it. So I'll check back in with y'all when I'm done. All right, y'all, so I cut my 3 squares, top, middle, bottom, and I'm going to attach them to the board, and it's going to look like that. So once I get those attached to the wall, then I can put my other 2x4 on top of it, and that creates the brace. Sorry. That's what happens when you live with girls, man. And there you go. So I'll check back in once I'm done hanging that up. All right, y'all, so I got my brackets up. Let's see how they look. That, right there, on the floor, right there, that, and that. So now I'm gonna go about encasing the TV. It's not gonna be a lot of stuff down here, just a little bit of support for the square that I make around the TV. And I think that'll be it. I think I'm gonna cover it with plywood. My wife has me doing another project that we're gonna do together, and that is encasing the washer and dryer. So we might just match the washer and dryer with whatever we decide to put there. And also, like I said earlier, I'm gonna go to Home Depot again and get some more painter's tape, and I'm gonna do a little red stripe underneath the black stripe that I have going around. Sorry, I skipped this few steps. So I added the top bracket for the top of the TV, and now I'm about to add the bottom bracket. So all I did was took a 2x4 and I did the same thing. I'm gonna take a 2x4 and run it across the top, of course, for support, but yep, so all I did was ran it across. So now I'm gonna do the same thing at the bottom, and then eventually I'll go back to this Home Depot or whatever and get some 2x4s to run up the side of the TV to enclose it. But for right now, I'm going to put my support beams on the bottom. You see how I got one there? I'm gonna put one on the other side instead of just running it all the way across. So I'm just gonna make boxes, and I'll leave this little box some kind of way so that I can access my my power cords and my outlets and stuff if I ever want to change anything around. Cool, yep. All right, we back. You can see I got my bottom bracket on, and I did that purposely. I left room because I'm gonna go get a sound bar. So I left room for my sound bar there. I'm gonna enclose it there with another 2x4 and enclose it there with another 2x4. And I may just leave the bottom open and put another 2x4 across it just in case we ever want to put a fireplace or put something in. It won't be too hard for me to access. So there is the skeleton, guys. My first ever framing job. And I must say, I'm pretty proud of myself. Still got a few little things to do. I'll show you the finished product, but I'm going to put, of course, plywood across, like I said earlier, and then figure out something to finish it with my wife. So there you go. Day 2, y'all. I'm back. Had to make a trip to Home Depot. So yesterday I figured that I did it wrong. I was trying to rush. So those brackets that you seen yesterday, those T brackets that was above and under, I took off because it didn't give me as much support as I thought it was gonna be. So went back to Home Depot at another Home Depot run and picking up some more 2x4s. I put together this frame. So that's for my bottom, that's where the TV will go. All measured out at the same measurements as the T bracket was yesterday, and the same measurements as the end bracket. So I think it was like 75 inches and a quarter. So we're 75 in that, and a quarter inch, and those are the same as they were yesterday. I can't remember, it was like 60 something. I can't remember what the top of my head, but I'm about to attach that to that, and I'll show y'all what it looked like later. Also, so yesterday I said I was gonna leave that bottom half open, so I might just do a brace here and a brace somewhere over there just to leave the middle part open so I can access my outlets. So we'll figure it out, but that's how it's gonna look up there. Good measurements. I left, like I said, yesterday I left space for the subwoofer to sit on top of that. So let's see how it goes. I'm back. So now I got my bracket up. Y'all can see it's in there. Boom, boom, everything nice and straight. Boom. Now I'm gonna put a few screws on the brackets or the frame to get them into the bracket. Then we can start figuring out some other stuff. I was gonna put brackets here, but then that would stop my TV from having full motion. So I don't wanna do that, I don't wanna hinder it. So I may just paint behind there black so that it's blacked out so that you won't be able to see what's back there. And then just drywall the sides and drywall the bottom and leave that frame open. We'll figure it out as we go, but there you go so far. What's up, y'all? So now I'm cutting out pieces of drywall and I'm closing in the frame. So like I told y'all before, I am gonna paint. I just wanted to see what it looked like. So I'm gonna paint behind there black so that I could just put the drywall to the wall so that I don't have to encase the whole back of the wall. I don't feel like doing all that. So I think it's gonna look pretty nice. It's gonna look real dark back there. And I'll put drywall, of course, over top of both sides of the brick and up top and down bottom to enclose it. Then I'm gonna paint it all black and you can see how it turn out. All right, y'all. So I got my bottom covered, my sides. So now one quick addition I had to do. I had to add that top bar so that I'm able to put my drywall across and I can have something to screw it to on the top. So that was a mistake I made. So I should have did all 4 bars across, but I made a makeshift joint and screwed it into the frame. So I'm good to go. I'm about to add the top half of it. All right, y'all. Calling it a night. Got my top done. Sides all enclosed. Painted the back black, of course, like I said. That's drying. I'm gonna paint over it again, a second coat. Sides up. Everything enclosed. Patch up some tomorrow. What's up, y'all? Day 3, I'm back. I just finished framing, putting my aluminum framing around the edges. Pretty straightforward. Just did the measurements and then the edges, as you can see behind me. Shout out All the Smoke, that's one of my favorite podcasts. Did all the aluminum edges. Now I'm about to seal the cracks of the drywall with this netted tape. I like this one instead of the solid one. This is a little bit easier for me to use. But I can check back in with y'all later. I'm back, y'all. So I had to work today. Today's a Monday, so I couldn't spend all day on it. But as you can see, I put my joint tape on there all around from earlier, and you saw the aluminum framing for the corner. So I put that on, and then I put my joint tape on. Now, I'm not the best drywall joint compound person in the world, so I'm gonna let that dry, and then tomorrow I'll come and put another coat of, or I'll sand it down a little bit, and then I'll put another coat of joint compound on, and then I'll see what I want to do with the paint. You can see the back is kind of drying, but it looks pretty cool with the black paint back there. I may do a little design or like a red stripe through it or something like that to match the theme, but coming along. End of day 3, day 4, up next. What's up, y'all? I'm on night number, I don't know how long, but I got a surprise. I'm finished. Look at that. I decided to go with the red front. And also I added the little box down there because I didn't want to cover up my outlet. So got a holder and I have my panel down there. You can see it just plugs right in. It's a little door in there so I can get to my outlets. But there you go. I'm gonna do one more coat just to make sure it looks even. But front of it is Trailblazers red because I'm a Trailblazers fan. And the sides are black to match my Trailblazers theme that I'm going with down in my basement or my man cave. So I'll show y'all the finished product. I'll take a picture or do a little video after this, but there you go. My first build, and the whole time I had my guy right here watching me. It's my dad. matches my colors in my room. So he can sit down here and watch the Trailblazers game with me.